People, what's going on? This is your boy Bobby from Mentourme.com. Life is crazy, man. I'm going to tell you, people have some bad habits. I've realized there's so much people in this world that love to rent in expensive areas. They're renting in the most expensive areas in the world. But why are they not owning in those areas? Why do we, as the biggest consumers, the biggest spenders of the world, spend so much money renting in high-end areas, bragging about it, but we don't own anything in these high-end areas? It's so crazy to me. People be like, oh, I live in Coral Gables. Oh, I live in Sunny Isles. I live in Aventura. I live in Parkland. I live in, and you're like, oh, well, you own a property there? No, I rent. That's not an accomplishment. Renting in an expensive area is not an accomplishment. You should be embarrassed. You should be owning in expensive high-end areas. You should not be renting. And if you do own, it should be your personal property or you have passive income coming through those expensive areas. I'm lost as a culture. We as people love to brag about us living in high-end expensive areas. We're bragging that we're renting in expensive high-end areas. We're bragging about something that we don't own, that we're giving money away for the rest of our life. I'm lost. But we're in this world where we think it's so cool to say, I live in Sunny Isles. I live in Aventura. I live in Brickell. Okay, do you own or you rent in Brickell? Do you own or you live in Aventura? People, I need to get that clarification. Because if you're just renting, you don't own the property. You're just wasting money making somebody else's income your debt. That's all it is. One man's debt is another man's income. A lot of us are so lost and confused on financial education. That's my goal, to really have you see it in a different vision. In this world, there's nothing cool about renting for 6-7 years in a high-end area that you're never going to own unless you're super wealthy. It's different. Because some people have that lifestyle. It makes more sense to rent because their lifestyle actually has that benefit. Some of us don't. So why are you bragging to people because you rent in a high-end area that you're never going to own? Mentourme.com, people. I'm confused. If somebody feel, Bobby, you know you're wrong, please leave a comment below. I want to hear what you feel about this, people, because this is like the 30th time this month I heard somebody say, I live in Sunny Isles, I live in Parkland, I live in this area, I live in that. And once I ask them, you own or you rent? I rent. So if you rent, there's no value in that. You're giving money away. Am I wrong or right? This is your boy Bobby from Mentourme.com. Get on my podcast, Mentor Me. Comment below. I want to hear your opinion about this video. Mentor Me.